Imagine a future where energy is abundant, clean, and cheap. So cheap, in fact, that it could revolutionize economies, eliminate energy shortages, and change the very balance of global power. What if we told you that a silver-colored metal has the potential to make this dream a reality? It's called thorium, and China is about to change the world forever with this breakthrough. This could be the greatest discovery in human history, and it's happening right now. As unbelievable as it may sound, thorium has the power to provide virtually limitless energy that's safer, cleaner, and vastly more efficient than the uranium-based nuclear power we rely on today. For decades, we've been stuck in a cycle of fossil fuel wars, energy crises, and political power struggles over resources that are rapidly running out. Nations have been shackled by their dependence on unstable energy sources, whether it's the fluctuating prices of oil or the threats posed by traditional nuclear energy. And yet, amidst all this turmoil, a quiet revolution has been taking place in China. Deep within its borders, a resource has been unearthed, one that holds the key to a new era of energy independence and global leadership. That resource is thorium. Thorium, while not exactly new to the scientific community, has long been overlooked. For years, it sat on the sidelines as uranium dominated the nuclear energy industry. But now, thorium is emerging as a game-changer. This unassuming silver metal has the potential to generate 200 times more energy than uranium. And the best part? It operates without the catastrophic risks of meltdowns and leaves behind a fraction of the radioactive waste. This is not just a minor improvement in nuclear energy, it's a complete paradigm shift. China, the world's manufacturing powerhouse, has discovered a deposit of thorium at the Bayan Obo mining complex. With over 1 million tons of thorium in this site alone, this is enough to power the entire country for more than 60,000 years. And that's just one site. Across the nation, a total of 233 thorium-rich zones have been mapped, forming what could be described as China's national energy shield. This is not just about energy. It's about securing a future where China is no longer dependent on Western-controlled resources. With thorium, China has unlocked the potential for cheap, clean, and virtually inexhaustible energy, positioning itself as a global energy superpower. Now, you may be wondering how this works. Unlike traditional uranium reactors, which are prone to dangerous meltdowns and produce large amounts of toxic waste, thorium-based reactors operate at low pressures, eliminating the risk of catastrophic failures. The process involves dissolving thorium in molten salt, which is then heated to extremely high temperatures of around 1,400 DGC. This triggers a chain reaction converting thorium into uranium-233, a highly potent nuclear fuel. The heat generated from this reaction powers turbines that produce vast amounts of clean electricity, and unlike uranium reactors, thorium reactors produce minimal radioactive waste, with toxic byproducts reduced by up to 90%. But China isn't just talking about thorium as a theoretical energy solution. It's already building the infrastructure to make this future a reality. The country has already approved the world's first commercial thorium molten salt reactor, which is set to begin operations in 2029 in the Gobi Desert. This is just the beginning. China's ambitions extend far beyond a single reactor. With advancements in thorium technology, China is poised to deploy modular reactors across the nation. These reactors will not only supply entire cities with stable and green energy, but they will also put China in control of the global energy landscape. Think about the implications of this. For decades, the global energy market has been dominated by a few key players. Countries with access to oil, natural gas, and uranium. These nations have held the world hostage with their energy monopolies, while the rest of us have watched as fuel costs skyrocket and geopolitical tensions over energy resources escalate. But with thorium, everything changes. China's discovery of thorium gives it the power to reduce energy costs to almost zero while bypassing the geopolitical conflicts and oil price volatility that have plagued the West for decades. While the United States and Europe continue to struggle with outdated energy technology and rising costs, China is leaping ahead, securing its place as the undisputed leader in energy innovation. The potential for thorium to reshape global politics cannot be overstated. With its newfound energy supremacy, China will no longer be reliant on foreign energy supplies, nor will it need to compete for resources in volatile regions. The energy dependence that has kept many countries tethered to the whims of oil-producing nations will be a thing of the past, as China rises to the top of the energy ladder. It will inevitably shift the global power dynamic, with energy security becoming a key factor in determining a nation's geopolitical influence. Thorium is not just a scientific breakthrough, it's a geopolitical one. Countries that are currently dependent on fossil fuels and nuclear power will find themselves facing an entirely new reality, one in which China controls the energy future. With thorium, the world is entering a new age, one where energy is abundant, affordable, and clean. The fossil fuel wars we've seen in the past are a thing of the past, and the global energy monopoly that has been dominated by the West is about to be shattered. The rise of thorium will mark the beginning of a new energy era, one where nations no longer need to fight over dwindling resources. What does this mean for the rest of the world? For starters, it means that the West, which has long relied on fossil fuels and uranium-based nuclear energy, will need to rethink its entire approach to power generation. The discovery of thorium is a wake-up call, a reminder that there are alternative, safer, and more efficient sources of energy. While the West has been slow to adopt new technologies, China is already pushing ahead, with the world's first commercial thorium molten salt reactor set to go online in just a few years. The West will have to catch up quickly if it hopes to compete in this new energy landscape. But even as the United States, Europe, and other nations scramble to adopt thorium technology, China will continue to hold the upper hand. With its vast thorium reserves and the rapid development of molten salt reactors, China is positioning itself to dominate the energy sector for generations to come. We're standing on the precipice of a new era, one where energy scarcity will no longer be an issue. China's discovery of thorium could redefine the global energy market and reshape the way we think about power generation. As the world watches China's rise to energy supremacy, one thing is clear: the future of energy is thorium, and China is leading the charge. This discovery has the potential to reshape economies, alter global political dynamics, and provide a sustainable, non-polluting alternative to fossil fuels. With thorium, China is not just changing the future of energy, it's changing the future of the world itself. The days of expensive, volatile energy sources are over. The age of thorium has arrived, and China is ready to lead the way. But there's more. China is not just making headlines with its thorium discovery, it's also reshaping global markets in the process. This shift in energy dominance will have far-reaching consequences for industries around the world. As China begins to deploy thorium-based reactors, the demand for new technologies, minerals, and infrastructure will skyrocket. This opens up unique opportunities for investors and industries that are prepared to adapt to the coming changes. And if you think this is just a passing trend, think again. Thorium is here to stay, and the implications for the global energy landscape are profound. China's rise to energy supremacy is inevitable, and the world must prepare for the coming changes. Whether you're an investor, a policymaker, or just someone who's curious about the future, one thing is clear: China's discovery of thorium is not just a breakthrough in science, it's a game changer for the entire world. So the question is, will you be ready for the new energy age? As China takes the lead, the rest of the world will be watching closely, wondering how it can keep up. For now, one thing is certain: China's future as the world's energy superpower is all but guaranteed. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think about this incredible discovery. Do you think this is the turning point in history we've all been waiting for? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. The age of thorium has begun, and it's time to prepare for the future.